yesterday. Didn't quite play as cleanly and as precisely as we're used to seeing the Japanese ladies play. Let's see where the championship heads are at as they hit the table, as they hit the grass, led by the one, the only Nakamura, who really is one of the premier players in the women's game. They line them up. Tsutsumi, the try-scoring machine. Harano, playmaker. Tanaka, Tateyama, and Yumi Ruda, hard-running, ball-carrying player. They are some team. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka, they are hard-working and they are fast. The Goodman.
Yeah, I think this will be a good test for Japan. Sri Lanka are one of those sides that are capable of upsetting sides, getting in there at the breakdown. They've got some pace out wide when they do make turnovers, so if Japan aren't 100% on their game, they'll be put under a bit of pressure by the Sri Lankan lineup. And we're all set for a start here, just waiting for the referee to call time on. Got the signal. Japan will kick off.
Yeah, ready for a start. Okaruda with the ball. And it's game on. As Nakamura comes down, secures the restart, or the kickoff for Japan. And they're straight on the front foot. Sri Lankan defence is up and it's crowding. Japan push them back into their half, but Nakamura, look at that, holding the ball in two hands. Releasing Tsutsumi now. Raise it back nice, and Nakamura, so beautifully sequenced by the Japanese side. Tateyama into the collision point, but Sri Lanka managed to break the ball free. Some opening signs from Japan. They could be on song here today.
Yeah, Nakamura, one of my favourite players to watch on the circuit. She's got some really good skills, but Sri Lanka held their shape well in defence and forced the error, so they got an early opportunity to go from deep inside their own half. One of their players standing directly behind the scrum, put under a bit of pressure by Japan, and they've coughed up a penalty. Gives Japan an opportunity away to our left. Nakamura spots the gap.
There she is. Shichira Nakamura opens the scoring for Japan on the final day of the tournament. And you just wonder whether that might be a bit of an omen. Chiharu Nakamura, Japanese skipper. She's an inspiration to the squad. 5-0 is the score.
One of those quality players that always looks like he has a bit of extra time, makes the right decisions, takes it in to get the first points on the board. Kick was away from Okaruda, so 5-0 Japan.
Nakamura has been there and done that in this sevens game. As Okaruda restarts, and it's shallow into the midfield. Japanese send 3 up. Sri Lanka, they look a little bit flustered, which is understandable. Oh, Tsutsumi intercepts, ball back on the inside. Nakamura again for the line, and the skipper goes in twice inside 5 minutes. And this could be, well, this could be the real warning shot coming from Japan here. They're just not letting anything go.
Yeah, good defensive line speed and pressure there. Forced the error, got the intercept, and Nakamura with a big step takes it round again, untouched. Probably not the best option to be throwing a big looping rainbow ball from inside your own 22, but it's just pressure from the Japanese. Okaruda's been on the money with the first 2 restarts.
You might as well make that the first 3 restarts, as The challenge comes on to Sri Lanka. It's strongly taken though, courageous stuff. And now Sri Lanka with the ball. Nakamura with her feet. Initially the knee, you saw the knee touch the ground. And so Sri Lanka, look at that shot on there by Okaruta. And Okaruta disrupting the ball carrier, the ball, and well, I think the ball carrier's life in general.
Yeah, not the sort of thing you want to wake up to on a Sunday. Big shot in the ribs. Japan playing well on both sides of the ball at the moment, tackling hard.
Time off.
Them being clinical when they get their opportunities.
Okay.
Good work at the restart there by Sri Lanka though, under pressure, and she climbed high and took a good kick off.
Line. Set.
Feed to the scrum. Hirano takes the ball and darts away, and Hirano finds herself in space. She keeps going. It's a great run by Hirano, and Yumi Hirano scores for Japan 17-0. Made that look pretty easy.
Good pace out of the scrum half position there. Just ghosted through the hole. Got a nice balanced running style. Okaruta hits the woodwork again. So the ball spills out. Defenders drifting. Shows her the dummy. Clean pair of heels to finish.
It's early morning sun, starting to warm up the main stand. Sure the VIPs will be running for cover as the restart is a little bit deeper this time. Easily secured by Sri Lanka, but they give up territory in the process. Now they start to move it. There's literally no one on the ground from Japan. Susumi gets in and steals the ball. Intercept try for Hanuka. Susumi and the smiling assassin on the sideline does the job once more for Japan. 10 tries in the series, and to say the girls are a try scoring machine might not be doing her justice.
Yeah, once again they've just got that good defensive line speed and pressure, and a good read there from Tatsumi, and a great conversion. Okaruta from out wide. So Japan looking pretty dangerous here, 24-0 up. Still time left in the first half.
Well, if we saw something impressive out of Kazakhstan against Singapore, I'm actually rating this performance in the third game even higher. There's a good looking restart. Nakamura almost gets to it. Loses it forward at the first contact, but that restart game is working well for Japan. And when that starts working well for any team, when your restarts start working good, you have got away to a flyer pretty much every time.
A very accurate performance here from Japan. On song with the restarts, the defences look good and they've made good decisions when they've had the ball in hand. Opportunity for Sri Lanka here though, just before half time.
So Sri Lanka decide to put the toe to it, which is an interesting option. They're up and over the halfway. They've scattered the Japanese defence, so perhaps that was part of the plan. I guess losing the ball forward in the end was not part of the plan.
No, not the way you want to finish the half, but good speculator there. Created some space. Unfortunately, their hands let them down. But it's been all Japan in this first half. Very clinical.
Half-time score, Japan leading Sri Lanka 24 points to 0. It's game 3 on day 2 here at the Asia Rugby 7 series. Korean leg almost complete. He's getting through the tournament very smartly. The next stop, of course, is in Colombo in Sri Lanka in about 2 weeks' time. Check us out on social media. Come and join the party. Asia Rugby on Facebook at asia.rugby. Join the groups, join the page, get the notifications about when Asia Rugby go live with International Rugby, perhaps featuring your team as the coverage continues. Asia Rugby on Instagram. Look for Asia Rugby Live on Instagram. The IG channel on Instagram has been blowing up of late. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of colour, some tremendous images. Look at this. What do we got going on here? At Twitter, at Asia Rugby. Come and follow us. There's some always time for a bit of homework, to be honest, Nick.
Yeah, Koreans are very...
Probably where you and I fell down.
Yeah, very diligent students in Korea.
I knew you were meant to do something positive on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I thought it was just sleeping.
Working hard.
Some terrific shot from the camera crew there. Not too sure where they've found that young lady, but one would suspect that she's down at the rugby doing the homework. I reckon she'll be running the country pretty soon.
Wouldn't surprise me.
We're ready for a start in the second half. And underway, Sri Lanka get the second period up and running. And here's Harano. Harano again supports. He's a real distributor of the ball, and the ball is quite clearly drifted forward on that occasion.
One of the few mistakes from Japan today. They've been pretty good with their handling up until now. One of the substitutions on for Japan at halftime, Batiba Kalolo. And number 2. So good opportunity here for Sri Lanka.
It's a great opportunity for Sri Lanka. And let's see if they can take it. It's a big shove. Pressuring defence coming immediately from Japan. The ball spills clear. And it's handling error from Sri Lanka. And perhaps, Nick, just the case of the yips.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between the sides that have done well this morning has been a lot to do with the handling, I think. We've looked at China, who were pretty impressive with the width and accuracy of their passing. Kazakhstan, some of the short balls they throw out of contact, and then Japan also very accurate. But the teams that have been struggling a bit just haven't been able to build any continuity. Dropped balls.
Nick Goodman joins me in the commentary position on day 2 here in Korea. As now Harano breaks free, finds Okaruda. Looming up on the outside, didn't need the player. Okaruda keeps the party rocking down to the 10-metre line. Harano now. There's Bativakalolo. Nakamura with the wraparound play into space. Goes number 3, Ito. Lays it off for back on the inside. My word, they're playing some good flowing rugby at the moment, Japan. Nakamura has to go back to field it. They keep the ball spinning. Harano out to Nagata. That's a great ball wide to Okaruda. And that is Japan from top to bottom. Nick Goodman.
Quality rugby there from Japan. Moved it across one side of the field and then back again to find Okaruda unmarked. She's going to line up this kick, and then I think she's looking for a sub. But yeah, good finish. Lovely wide ball right out in front.
Referee's just going to clear the channel for the kick up. And well, it's a decent purchase, there's no doubt about it.
8, high tackle, lower down, right?
Just follow these closing moments. What about this one?
Out of the textbook.
Reminiscent of the commentators before the tournament. Okaruda got opportunity to take a rest, and Japan restart as they challenge the ball strongly through number 9, Kozasa. And a knock on, so loose head and feed to Sri Lanka, 29 points adrift. 6.5 minutes remaining.
So it'd be good for them to secure this and see if they can put a few phases together. They've spent most of the game defending.
Greetings to our friends online who have all piled in to watch this magnificent Japanese team play. Hello to Hong Kong International Matt Lamming, due for shift for Sandy Bay yesterday, the club day. Hope you're well, Lamo. Lynn Tan, she knows exactly what she's looking at. Nice long pass.
Here we go for Sri Lanka, breaking out of their own half.
Bring it up towards their own 10-metre line. Now Sri Lanka, well, they've run out of ideas and given the ball back to Japan, and Harano takes them on her own. Wow, that's some beautiful stepping. Lovely flowing run from Harano, and Yumi Harano.
Not the player you want to be kicking a ball back to in open space.
Well, just torn them right open here. Look at this.
Shades of Christian Cullen in his prime at Carisbrook back in the day, opening up the Australian defence with a few big steps.
Golden memories of the Paikokariki Express. And Harano will be offered the chance to add the two. And as we look at this, take us through this, Nick.
It's just really lovely balanced running, some good stepping. One-on-one, she's lethal. And the kick, I don't think any of the other Sri Lankan players were expecting it, so they didn't really have their mind very well formed for that.
Arriving on the spot is Kozasa, and Japan give away the penalty. They've been pretty physical at that first encounter. Beautiful nil, look at that. They've just quietly opened up a massive lead over Sri Lanka. Got to remind everybody that the Sri Lankan side, they can be very, very tricky customers whenever they get going. If they get themselves on the front foot, Sri Lankan team can run it in from anywhere. But look at how they're up against now. Zerano, they move it wide. Nakamura goes even wider. Kurogi into the action. Haven't seen a lot of her in the tournament. She's on the park now. Just lovely flowing passing. Kozasa, ball back on the inside, finds Bati Vakalolo. Nakamura can't quite get the toe to it. Picking up and going is Kurogi again. She looks, but Nakamura is there to help her seal the ball. There's the hooter. Japan keep on coming. Kozosa looks to give it away, looks to go for the line. Eventually is brought down. Bati Vakalolo over untouched, and Japan seal the deal at the close.
A very comprehensive victory for Japan as Bati Vakalolo finishes that one nicely. Once again, retained possession through multiple phases and really stretched the Sri Lankan defence to the point where they just ran out of numbers. Nakamura steps up to see if she can push the score over 40. Slots it through. So 41-0, pretty fair reflection of the way the game's gone.
The closing moments of game number 2 as Bati Vakalolo scores the final try for this Japanese win, and there is the final score. Japan 41, Sri Lanka 40, and on first up form